Hello CraftDee Family, and welcome to another tutorial by She's So Crafty. For today's DIY projects, we'll be creating some fun and easy home decor items for your space. Now these pieces are a mix of different styles and include a variety of dollar store items transformed into a high-end look. Now I've placed some of my favorite decorative accessories on these pieces, but you can certainly customize these into your farmhouse, modern, or even boho style decor. Now for your convenience, I've provided the complete list of supplies and tools that I use to make this project in the description box below. Now I'm so very excited to share this tutorial with you, but before we start, I have to say hey, and welcome back to my amazing subscribers and visitors to my channel. Now if you are a new visitor to my channel today, and you love to create fun and easy DIY projects on a budget, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and also click that notification bell so you will be the first to know when a new DIY tutorial is ready to share with you. So now, let's jump right into the projects. Now this project is a set of bowl planters with stands. Now we're going to need one of these 2-piece bowl sets from the Dollar Tree. And we'll need 4 of these 3/4 inch square wood stakes that I got from Dollar General. Now these are advertised in the plant section and the garden section at the Dollar General store. They're 36 inches long and they turned out to be a perfect size for this project. And they only cost $1. So we're going to start by cutting those wood stakes down, and I'm going to cut 8 pieces at 6 1/4 inches. I'm going to cut 4 pieces at 4 inches. I'm going to cut 8 pieces at 5 1/4 inches and 4 pieces at 3 inches, and this will make 2 plant stands. Now you could try this with the tumbling tower blocks as well, but I think the stakes would be a lot more sturdy, but it's surely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my bowls, take them out of the package, and I'm going to be using these as a guide as I build my stands. We're also going to use a carpenter square that I also picked up from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to start with those 6 1/4 inch pieces. Go ahead and grab 4 of those, and we're going to make one of the frames. So take one of the pieces, align it up with your ruler, and we're going to be using our Shermander wood stick hot glue. Now you can use a regular wood glue if you like to, but the wood stick hot glue dries a lot faster for me, and I can keep working, and plus we will secure these a little further down the line. So we're going to take our pieces and we are going to start joining them together as shown here. Now as we flip the frame around, you'll notice that the raw end will connect to a finished end of the wood. You just want to make sure you press them firmly together and wipe away any glue that oozes out of the seam. Now we're adding that last one here. This will close up our frame. Just press it securely in place and make sure all the frame is holding together well. So once that is all adhered, here is one of our frames for our plant stand. Take your other 4 pieces and make an identical frame, so now you have 2. Now I'm just taking my large bowl, making sure it fits right on top, and it does, and the lip catches the edges just like we planned. So now we are going to add the legs for our plant stand, and these are the 4-inch pieces. So we're going to place 1 in each one of the corners. And then we're just going to add a dot of that wood stick hot glue down on each end and place 1 on each corner, making sure they're nice and secure. So now our legs are nice and secure to the bottom part of the frame. We are going to align and measure to fit our top part of our frame. We're just going to sit it on top and make sure it fits well, and then we can add our hot glue to each one of those legs and then press our frame firmly into place right on top. Now once that dries, our frame is nice and secure. So now we can take our 5 1/4 inch pieces and make our smaller frame, and we're going to start making 2 of those just like we did before. And then we're going to take our 3-inch pieces, and these will be the legs for this frame. We're going to apply them all around 4 corners of that frame after we test to make sure that bowl fits. We're going to glue that into place and place that frame on top, and then we will have 2 complete frame holders. Now these are nice and secure the way they are, but you know me, I love to make sure all my items are really secure. Now you certainly can use 1 1/4 inch wood screws for this, but I think that's a bit overkill, so I'm just going to use some regular 1 1/4 inch nails. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hammer one nail into each one of the corners, just holding it nice and sturdy until it's all the way into the frame. Now I'm going to repeat this all four corners on the top and the bottom of the frame. Now if you really don't have a steady hand or you just want to be careful, you can use a pair of pliers, hold that nail in until that nail touches the pliers and then finish it up, and that will make the process a lot easier as well, and you want to do this for both of the frames. So now that both of the frames are all nailed in, I'm going to stain the large one with my Jacobean Minwax stain, and I'm going to paint my smaller one with some black acrylic, and I just wanted to show you that you can finish these in paint or stain however you like. So I'm going to start by painting the small frame with the black acrylic paint. Now you can apply 1 or 2 coats to the entire frame all the way around. Now for the larger frame, we're just going to proceed with adding one nice coat of that Jacobean Minwax stain. You guys know I love my Jacobean stain, but feel free to use any stain color that you wish, just to make sure you get in all those cracks and crevices. Now once both pieces are fully covered, you want to sit them both out to completely dry. So now that they're both dry, we can start styling our pieces. So first of all, I'm going to grab my bowls, and you'll see that they'll nestle themselves right in top just like we planned. Now we're going to fill our bowls with some greenery, and the greenery that I got from Dollar Tree this year was so awesome. So I'm just choosing a variety of greenery bundles and some succulents to fill my bowls. Now you can also use real plants if you like to. I'm just using what I had on hand. And now that I've chosen my greenery, I have placed them on display, and I'm really loving this look. Now the greenery from Dollar Tree this year is really impressive, and I was so lucky to find this cute assortment for both of my planters. Now even though the stained version is super cute, I really love the clean and modern version of the black too. Let me know what finish you would choose to customize these for your home in the comments below. Now this project is a set of vase candle holders. Now we're going to need 2 of these 7-inch cylinder glass vases from the Dollar Tree, and some of this natural jute twine cord from the Dollar Tree. So we're going to start off with the 2 vases, and go ahead and grab your cord. Go ahead and remove the packaging and find the center of the cord in the roll. Now you want to go ahead and remove the labels on both of your vases as well, and clean them thoroughly with alcohol or glass cleaner. Now we're going to start adding that jute cord along the side of the vase. We just want to measure a piece long enough to cover the side that overlaps the inside and the bottom. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit of that hot glue to the edge of the jute cord, place it on the inside about 1/4 of an inch, and pull it straight down the side of the vase, trim it down, and hot glue it to the bottom of the vase. Now I'm using my Dollar Tree spatula to make sure everything is held into place, and it does save your fingers during the process. So the next piece I want to add is on the opposite side of that first piece of jute twine. Just go ahead and apply it the same way. I added glue to the vase instead of the string this time. It just found it a lot easier. And then you want to make sure you overlap the bottom, of course, and make sure it's hot glued right across from that first piece. Now we're going to add 2 pieces along the sides, and this will divide your sections into quarters. So now what we want to do is add a string in between all of those pieces. So just add a dot of that hot glue on the inside edge of the vase, pull it straight down, and make sure it's even in between the 2 strings that you previously added, and make sure it's secured to the bottom. Now we're going to repeat this all the way around until we have 8 strings. Now once we have our 8 strings, we are going to go around and add another jute string in between those, and then we'll have a total of 16 strings. And then our final round of strings, we're going to place 1 in between each one of those, and then we're going to end up with a total of 32 strings all the way around our vase. So now I'm going to take some thicker jute twine that I had on hand. Now, if you don't have thicker jute twine, you can use some of the regular jute twine and just double or triple it up. And I'm going to outline the top edge and the bottom edge. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to add hot glue around that top edge and just press that thicker jute twine around the top edge all the way around the vase. Now, you do want to make sure when you get towards the end that you pull it taut, make sure the ends butt up evenly, and then apply hot glue and press them into place, making sure they do not fray. Now, once that top edge is all lined up, we want to repeat the same thing and do the bottom edge as well. So now that the top and bottom edge are all outlined, we can actually start tying our sections together. So I'm just going to cut a long string about 6 inches, and I am going to weave it under about 8 of the strands. Now, once your 8 strands are all underneath there, we're just going to tie it up, and our tie is about 1.5 inches wide. We're going to put a double knot tying that section together right in the center as shown here. Now, we are going to continue to do this all the way around our vase, grabbing up 8 strands at a time. Now, once we tie all our sections together, we should have 4 sections of 8 strands cinched together in the center all the way around our vase. So now we want to pull those knots really taut and then cut off all of those tails, and then just kind of maneuver the knot around to the back side where you can't see it on the front. So once we finish that up, we are going to finish up the bottom. You guys know I love a finish off my projects, even the bottom. So I'm going to start rolling up some of that thicker jute twine and kind of like a cinnamon roll pattern, and then apply it all around the bottom, going around in a circle. Now, originally my thought was to cover the entire bottom of this vase, but I did stop short of the edge about 1/4 inch because I really do like the strands coming into the center that way. I think it's a decorative accent, and it would enable me to use the vase upside down to hold other items and still be showing a decorative part. So this is how I finished the bottoms of it, and here is what one of my vases looks like. Just go ahead and repeat this entire process with your second vase until both of them are completed. So now you can add any kind of decorative accent you want. Now, I am showing me using real candles. I do suggest that you use battery operated candles for this since we are using hot glue, but I did decide to actually change it up a little bit and add some of these wood half beads. I cut these in half with a wire clipper, and I'll link the demo in the upper right hand corner of this video and also in the description box below showing how I did that. So I'm going to take my halved wood beads, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place 3 of them across the middle of those strands where that knot is tied, covering it up. Now I'm just going to apply hot glue to the bead, or you can add hot glue to the actual strand and press that bead into place, making sure you get 3 across it. Now, once all 3 beads are in place, this is what it looks like. I'm really loving this look, and I'm going to continue this all the way around the vase. And so here's what the vase will look like with all of the beads in place. I am obsessed. I really love it. So now you can decorate it with your candle or whatever you like. Now I'm just going to repeat this for my other vase as well to make sure I have a complete matching pair. And now here are my 2 vases all completed, and I think that these turned out awesome. Now I'm so glad that I decided to go with the beads, and they really pull the look together. Now you don't have to limit yourself to just candles with these. You can also use some faux or real plants inside the vases as well. Now, no matter how you style these, I'm sure they'll be an eye-catching decor piece in your home. Now this project is a wood onion grass planter. Now we're going to need 4 wood crates from the Dollar Tree. We're going to need 5 of these tumbling blocks from the Dollar Tree for the bottom, and you can also use some of these wood cubes if you have them on hand. And we're going to need 4 bunches of onion grass from the Dollar Tree. So what we first are going to do is take all of our crates, and I'm going to stain them with my Jacobian Stain by Minwax. Now, once all your pieces have 1 coat of stain all over them and your blocks, we're going to let them sit out to completely dry. Now, you don't have to stain the insides, but I did as well. So now that they're all dry, we are going to actually adhere them together, stacked on top in a set of 4. So we're going to start with the 2 bottom pieces that match up pretty evenly. Again, I'm going to use my wood stick hot glue by SureBonder. Apply some hot glue to the side of one of the crates and press them firmly together, making sure that they're nice and even. Now to back that up a little bit, I am applying a couple of staples on the inside to hold them together. Now once the bottom set is all adhered together, we're going to take our top 2 pieces and I'm going to add these one at a time. So I'm just going to outline the top of one of the crates with that wood stick hot glue right on the edge and place one of the crates on top, making sure it's nice and even. Make sure that you wipe away any glue that oozes out of the seam as well. So once that first crate is in place, add that second crate right next to it. And just sit that right there and make sure it's nice and lined up along the edges and wipe away that hot glue. Now again, I am going to go in with my staple gun and make sure these are secure as well. Now for the bottom, we are going to add the feet. So I'm going to take one of the tumbler blocks and add one on each corner and one in the center for support. Just adding hot glue along that edge and lining it up with all 4 corners as shown here and one in the center. And now your planter has 4 nice feet at the bottom. Now this is completely optional, but I wanted to drill holes where my onion grass will fit into my crates. Now you certainly can add some floral foam into these and stick it in there, but I did not want to cut the stems of my onion grass. I really wanted to keep them long for other projects. So I am using a drill to cut a hole for each one of my onion grass pieces so they are easily interchanged with other pieces and can be removed. So once those are all drilled, I'm going to stick one of my stems of onion grass into each one of those drilled holes. Now this will keep it nice and straight, and I love how they fit inside there. Now I did want to add rocks to my project, but I didn't want to add a bunch of them, so I'm going to fill the bottom with some white paper towels. You can use packing tissue, newspaper, whatever you have on hand. So once that's done, I'm going to take some of these rocks that I did get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to fill in that top layer of space all around my onion grass, and this is what it will look like. And now all you have to do is choose a place to display this cute planter in your home. Now I think onion grass really gives my projects that modern high-end look, and I love using them, especially paired with wood and rocks. And of course, these crates and these blocks make the perfect planter too, and it pulls the look entirely together. Let me know what you think of this project in the description box below. Now this project is a wood look set of candle holders. Now we are going to use 2 of these candle holders from the Dollar Tree. Now this is a really simple project. Now all we're going to do to get the wood look is we are going to use some of this Waverly Antique wax. And we're also going to use a chip brush. Now this chip brush combined with the wax really gives it a nice cool texture, and it really is reminiscent of a wood look. And I did want some wood pieces to accompany my modern farmhouse look, and we're just going to apply a few layers until we get this wood look. Now once we finish the sides, we are going to do the top. Again, we are going to go around the edges with that antique wax. You can apply a light or medium layer or a heavy layer. You just want to continue making sure you get that grainy texture, or that the texture with the grain. Now once the first one is done, we're just going to repeat this for your second one the same way, and we want to let these completely dry and do not touch them. And now once they are dry, all you have to do is place them on display, and I have added a few of battery votive lights inside. Now I love that the way that the antique wax gives the wood-like texture on these pieces, and it looks amazing with the soft glow of those votive candles. Now, if you don't want votive candles, you can definitely use something like Succulents in the Dollar Tree to make them as mini planters too. Now, these projects were all so much fun today, but you guys know it's hard for me to choose a favorite, so let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. Listen, if you love DIYs on a budget, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Make sure that you're following She's So CraftDee on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for the latest news, sneak peeks, and giveaways. Now, if you like videos like these and you don't want to miss the next one, make sure you're subscribed by clicking that subscribe button below, or just click on my She's So Crafty logo on your screen and make sure that you hit the bell to be notified when the next DIY video goes live. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.